guys, this is Droid Doc. I'm going to be showing you how to charge your battery when your phone may be in a boot loop, or you have possibly got it into some part where you can't charge your battery. I'm going to go ahead and open the phone up, and we're going to show you how to go ahead and get that charged. Now, one thing you'll need is, of course, your Droid Razr Maxx. I have a precision tool set that I bought at a local hardware store. It was about 18 bucks. Not too bad. I'm going to need that. And a regular USB phone charger. Now, what I've done here is I have cut off the ends of the phone charger to expose these different color-coded, we'll call them cords here. So we're going to use those in a little bit. So you're going to have white, green, red, and black. And you'll need to use this with the USB charger that actually came with the Razr Maxx. Now, of course, you're wondering, why would you do this? Because obviously you've probably rooted your phone and you need to get that battery charged so you can flash a new ROM on it or something like that. So here we go. So first thing we need to do to get inside the phone is I have picked a tool of choice, a knife, and this worked pretty well for me. You have to get, you may want to pick something other than a knife though, and you need to be very careful with this part. It can break easily, but just get the knife under there, kind of slide it around and open that up. And be careful once you start prying around this plastic camera part here, because that can actually break pretty easily. So just slowly pull that up, and there, we've got that part off. Alright, so next, there's a bolt right here in the phone, and that's the reason we take that plastic off. It's right here, and I'm going to be taking that apart with one of my precision torque screwdrivers here. And in this tool set, which, you know, I'm not advocating Home Depot in any way, but that's where I got mine, I'm going to be using what they call the T5. And it's very, very small. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my tool here. And we're going to open this up. Alright, I'm going to set that bolt right there. Okay, so I'm going to change this next, because when we're getting the faceplate off, I want something a little bit more flat. So I'm going to go ahead and change to something that looks more like a small flathead screwdriver. And then I'm going to slowly work at getting this case off. Okay, so we're back now. I went through the painstaking process of taking the back case off. Now, it's very hard to get off. There's an adhesive strip along the entire edge. So what I did is I just got my little precision tool, flathead screwdriver, and just slowly creeped along and pried back and then pried back, and you'll hear a click. And you just have to get it off the best you can, but just know it's pretty flimsy, which was actually kind of surprising. And be careful when you're taking this off, because you could actually break something by doing that wrong. Once you actually get into the phone, in order to get to the battery ports that we're going to need, you're going to see that there's this other removable, or there's this kind of like a frame. And you're going to see a lot of visible screws here along the edge. I've already taken all of those out, which took some time. I actually took it out with the same tool that I used to take the actual phone case off in the beginning. So, and then again, this thing is a little bit of a pain to get off. I just took my flathead screwdriver, slid along the edge, and just pried it up and pried it up and pried it up, and I went all the way around very gently, and then I finally got the frame off. So there's the frame. What you're going to need to do is look right down here, and there's going to be this little pink piece that you can just take off. That's not really something you're going to need. So you can just take that off, and then the same size tool that we've been using to take the case off, I'm going to go ahead and raise these screws for the positive and the negative battery ports. Now again, we're going to use our modified USB connector, and I'm actually going to wrap the cords around these screws so I go ahead and get a charge on my battery. So I'm going to go ahead and once I get it connected, I will be right back. Okay, so here we are. I went ahead and rigged the USB charger into the phone. Now you'll notice that the positive is on the left, the negative is on the right. So that's going to be the red is going to be positive. The red is going to be positive on the left, and the black is going to be connected to the negative on the right. I'm going to let this charge for about an hour and a half. I'm going to hook it up to my laptop. I hope that's enough, and then what's going to happen is I'll have some charge in my battery, and hopefully I'll be able to go ahead and flash on the ROM that I'm trying to flash on, so that way be able to get RSDL or RSD Lite working, all that good stuff. So, all right. Well, so that's basically how that goes. I'm going to let this charge, and then we'll see what happens next. Okay, so I have let my phone charge for an hour, and really there's no proof that it's charging. You can't look at the screen or anything and tell that it is, but just know that it is. Once I just now picked the phone up, I do feel a little warmth on the battery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hold the two volume buttons together, and I'm going to press the power button, and then that's going to bring me to this screen, of course. I'm going to press the down button to go down to AP Fast Boot, and then press up. And not sure if you can see that or not, but it actually says, no, I can't see that, battery OK, OK to program. Earlier it did not say that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Now, I currently have SafeStrap on my phone, and what happened is I have an ICS leaked ROM on my phone with a theme flashed onto SafeStrap. It's actually the KOA leak, which is a really good leak, or I'm sorry, it's a really good ROM. I've loved it. Now, I didn't flash one of the new updates after I was told I probably needed to, and so I woke up this morning with my phone in like a frozen type state, and so I just went to go back into SafeStrap and my battery died. So earlier when I checked the fast boot, it did say battery low, cannot program. So I know now that I can hook my phone into the computer. I can go ahead and RSD Lite or use that program to flash a new ROM on it, or I can actually I'm going to be able to get into SafeStrap now with no issue. I'll go ahead and show you that actually. It's going to actually be pretty wonderful to see, to be honest with you. There's always a way. Always a way. Sometimes you have to do some research, but there's always a way. And this should just bring up my SafeStrap menu. Yep. And I'm going to be able to remount my saved, or actually I'll be able to restore my previous ROM, and then I'll be able to go from there. So we're all set and ready to go here. There you have it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the frame back on, screw all the nice little screws in, and then I'm going to put the back on. And I actually have an OtterBox commuter, which I love, so that'll be the next thing I'll do. And hope this helps everybody out. Thanks so much for watching, and it's a pleasure. Thanks.